Hello everyone, this is Rohit Menon, ex-visa officer, New Zealand Embassy, Delhi branch. Today's topic is US B1-B2 interview question and answer secrets. Right? Very important. We will talk about everything that can be asked in a US B1-B2 visa interview question and answers, how you need to answer them, how must you should be prepared for the interview, right? So I am assuming that you have filled your DS-160 form with all the right information about your travel as a B1-B2. B1-B2 is basically for visitors visiting USA for tourism or for a family visit, or if you have a business conference or a business meeting or an invitation from a company, you fall under the category of B2, which is business visa. So you go to the counter, you meet the visa officer. The first question that you may be asked by the officer is, what is the purpose of your visit to the US? You clearly tell them that my purpose of my visit is tourism, or if you're meeting a family or a friend, you tell them that I'm meeting my family. For example, let's say if you have a daughter there and she has a convocation which is coming up, she has completed her course in US and she has an upcoming conference or a convocation ceremony, you clearly tell them that I'm going to the US for a very short period of 20 to 30 days. I want to spend time with my daughter and be there with my daughter on her convocation ceremony for a period of 15-20 days maximum. Then I will come back to India. Tell them about your purpose. Next question that they may ask is that have you traveled to any other country before? If you have traveled to other countries, and if they are prominent countries like 5I countries जो हैं, US, UK, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, or anywhere in Europe, do mention that. Make sure you know at least the month and year and the amount of days, the duration of days you have traveled. Let's say, for example, if you have traveled to UK before, tell them that I traveled to UK in January 2024 for a period of 10 days for tourism or for a family visit. If you have gone to Canada, mention that as well, right? Take prominent countries name. Prominent countries का नाम लीजिए जिसमें आप बता रहे हैं कि आपने रिसेंटली लास्ट 5 years में या फिर आप लास्ट 10 years में भी, अगर आप यूएस गए हो, कनाडा गए हो, ऑस्ट्रेलिया गए हो, यूके गए हो, न्यूजीलैंड गए हो, या फिर यूरोप में कहीं फ्रांस, जर्मनी, बेल्जियम, इटली, कहीं पर भी गए हो, स्पेन, तो उस कंट्रीज के नाम लो. इट ऐड वैल्यूज टू योर प्रोफाइल. लेट्स से फॉर एग्जांपल अगर आपका पहले या मोस्ट रिसेंटली यूएस का वीज़ा डिक्लाइन हुआ है, दे मे आस्क यू दैट आर यू अप्लाइंग फॉर द यूएस वीज़ा फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम और हैव यू एवर अप्लाइड फॉर अ वीज़ा अर्लियर. आई एम श्योर आपने अपने फॉर्म में ज़रूर लिखा होगा कि अगर डिक्लाइन है तो आपने लिखा होगा देयर इज अ क्वेश्चन, हैव यू अप्लाइड फॉर अ वीज़ा और हैव यू बीन डिक्लाइंड अ यूएस वीज़ा अर्लियर. यू मस्ट हैव टिक्ड ऑन येस. Mention, tell them, yes, my previous application, which I applied recently or on this date, was unfortunately refused. And they might ask you, what is the reason for the refusal? Tell them that I was really surprised to get the refusal because my purpose of visit was very clear. In this case, for example, I was going to meet my daughter who lives in the US, and I was going to attend her convocation ceremony, but unfortunately my application got declined. I may have not given complete information, or because it was my first ever US visa interview, I was maybe a little nervous or fumbled in my answer. But honestly, my intent to travel to the US is very, very genuine, and I just want to visit my daughter and have a good time spent with her and be a part of this amazing achievement that she has done by completing her graduation in the US, and I want to be a part of that convocation ceremony. This an example I am giving you. जो भी आपका रीजन होगा उस हिसाब से आप बोल सकते हैं. So this one is the answer. Next is, what is your occupation or what do you do in India? If you're a housewife, or if you are not working, tell them that you're a homemaker and your husband is funding your application. Or if your daughter is working, you can say that my daughter is working and or your son is working and he is going to look after my entire trip cost. He or she will be spending for my air tickets, and I will be staying with my son or with my daughter in the US, and I will be living at the address. स्टेट का नाम ले लो, सिटी का नाम ले लो जहाँ पे वो है. यू शुड नो द एड्रेस कि वो कहाँ पे रह रहे हैं. बाय हार्ट यू शुड नो द एड्रेस so that you can tell them, and keep iterating with the point that keep reiterating, saying that it is only a short time that I'm going to be in the US for at least